You don't even need smell-o-vision for this one. You know what this smells like. This definitely brings back the memories. I'm thinking grade school, early 80s. Some kid throws up. The janitor comes in with that orange sawdust looking stuff and spreads it around. Yeah, I mean, for some reason, I just have that smell in my nose, and I've got it again today. And who clicked on the video just to tell me that that's not actually mold? I know that's not mold. And I'm not a scientist, but I know it's the plastics breaking down, oxidizing. These are some lovely Craftsman screwdrivers. Well, there's one chisel here. And I've seen many different ways to clean these. I've seen people use wire wheels, scrapers, soapy water, acetone, ammonia, bleach. I don't think I've seen a video of anybody using what I'm going to use today. I'm not saying my idea is the best, but it does seem to work pretty good. These are some of my best looking cheesy screwdrivers. I tried to get some that were about at the same level of nasty, so we could see. This one's not quite as nasty, so we could see how well it works at different strengths. I think I'm going to go with these three because they're about the same level of nasty. I think this one's the worst, so I think I'm going to put this one in the strongest form. The goal here is to clean them but leave the most original paint on them yet. So I don't want to use like a wire brush or anything abrasive. And I'm going to use a very simple product. I buy this, well, this is a gallon. I buy this stuff by the case because I use this in my ultrasonic cleaner. I use it about 4 to 8 cups per tank in my ultrasonic when I'm cleaning, really just grungy, greasy tools. I'm going to use full strength, 50% and 25% strength. We're going to let these sit for a while and see what it does after a certain number of hours. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Simple Green, but I do have links down below where you can buy this and many other products I use every day. I was lucky enough to find 3 matching sacrificial glasses in my cabinet. I say sacrificial because I have no intentions of ever using these again after this. Maybe you would, that's fine, but yep, not going to do it. So we got 100% to the left, 50 in the middle, 25% to the right. I'm kind of saying this for you, but also for me, so I don't get them mixed up. The main goal here is to clean these off. As far as the smell goes, I don't know if it'll come out. If it does, great, but if not, no big deal. It wasn't what I'm trying for. I'm just trying to get them cleaned in an efficient manner with a process that's very straightforward and simple and effective. I'm going to come back and check these in 2 hours. It's been about 2 hours. I am now armed with a toothbrush. But let's just see what this first one looks like. This is the 25%. Looks about the same. If I just take some paper towel, we'll see if it does anything at all. Not really. Let's see a little toothbrush. I would say it's making a dent. But has a ways to go. We'll give that one some more time to soak. Moving on to the 50% mix. This was a wood chisel. And just on the surface, doesn't look any different. We just wipe it. I mean, there's definitely some coming off. It's really caked down in some spots. Then another wipe. It's definitely coming off. Still has some areas that are really built up pretty thick. It's kind of chipping away if I use my fingernail a little bit. So I could speed up the process by chipping away at it, but we're just going to let it soak. Then I'll go into the one at full strength. I think this was the worst of the 3. It's only 2 hours now. I don't think it looks any different. Still pretty nasty. We'll give this one a little scrub. This one is really caked on, like very heavy. Even rubbing it with my fingernail, it's still barely chipping off. It's really thick on there. You can actually see Craftsman now, but man, this one had it on thick. So we're just gonna let those soak. I would say I'm gonna give them another 4 hours and see how they look. So I lied. We're actually at 12 hours now since he's been soaking. Still have some buildup here. Flaking off pretty easy, just using a fingernail to scrape a little bit. There's really some heavy spots on here. It is starting to look quite a bit better. Still has a few areas that have a little bit of buildup, especially in this groove here. Probably get a little plastic scraper or something to try to work that out of there. But we'll let it bake a little longer. This one's the 50% mix. Again, looking quite a bit better. Does have some heavy buildup areas. I'll just scrape at it for a minute and see how it looks. Just using the edge of my fingernail, and kind of pops off if you catch an edge of it a little bit. It's definitely pretty thick in some areas. So this one's getting pretty close. It's quite a bit better, but I'll let it soak a little bit longer. And this one's the full strength concentrate. Now this screwdriver, when we started, it was really caked on there. I mean, it was almost like layers and layers on there. So still has it on there. You can just see it, like as I scrape some away. Look at how thick it is on there. I'm actually just using the bottom of the toothbrush, and it scrapes off pretty easy with that. Looking quite a bit better. Still has some areas where I got to go around and catch the buildup, but starting to come around anyway. Obviously, if you put something like this with a lot less of the mange in the 100%, this process would go faster. But the one I put in the 100% was completely covered and just layered up on it. It's been about a total of 15 hours now, so we'll do one last scrub and call it good. Now, if I would have checked these every couple of hours and done a little scrub or a little chipping away at the thicker stuff, I definitely would have been done sooner. I think you could probably do these in about 8 hours soak time, and a few minutes cleanup between every couple hours. So I'll show you what the first one looked like when we started. All three of these had a pretty thick layer of cheese. So this is not a restoration video, it's just a cleaning video. So none of this has been polished, it's just been cleaned. Looks like most of the paint was preserved. Now I realize that it's worn. It was likely worn many, many years ago. The goal of using this product was to keep as much paint as possible, as I'm sure some products will take some of the paint off with it. I'm not saying this is the best cleaning method. There could be other ones that work better, that are quicker. This one is pretty easy, and most of it's just waiting on the soak time. I'll show you the chisel next, when we started. And this is how it looks now. That one's in really nice condition. As far as the smell goes, Simple Green has a pretty strong odor. So right now they smell like Simple Green. Will that last? I don't know. Will the other smell come back? Probably. How long will it take? I don't know. But right now they don't have that odor that they had when we started. Moving on to the third one. Now this one was by far the worst. This one just had caked on layers of the mange. It was really bad. I don't know that the 25% strength would have cleared this one off. It may have just taken longer. But this one was in really bad shape. And right now it's clean. It's worn. It has little nicks everywhere. But it's clean. The mange is gone. And it doesn't smell. As of right now, it doesn't smell. It might smell in a week. It might smell in a month. But as of right now, it does not. Right now, it just smells like simple green. So I think the after result is pretty good. I'm not saying my method's the best, but it's pretty easy. It's easy to get your hands on simple green. And it does a real good job. Feel free to watch some other videos that use other methods. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.